Y'all, what up? Nightmare Comics 1, man, and this is my review of Son of Batman. Just came out. Well, it's actually not out yet. It's a little advanced review. Yes, I downloaded it. I'll probably, I'll get to that. If you don't know, this is the next installment of the DC animated films. These have a pretty good track record. Most of them have been pretty good to great. To me, there's only two that aren't even good, and one I think has redeeming qualities. The other one I think is just a pile of garbage. The redeeming quality, if y'all, I know y'all probably curious, but the one I think is not very good and actually bad is War, with redeeming qualities. You know, it has some good things going for it. Superman Doomsday is awful. Like, I fucking hate that movie. But anyway, y'all, this is I thought it was a fun movie. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was it was fun enough. It was very safe. You know what I mean, which is to be expected. I didn't expect it to not be that way. But the story is Deathstroke comes to the League of Shadows compound. He kills Ra's al Ghul while he's there. Damian sees the whole thing. Talia takes Damian to stay with Bruce for a while, and Bruce had no idea he had a son, which I thought was kind of cool. If you don't know, this is based on Son of Batman and Son. It's a part of Grant Morrison's run on Batman. I wasn't the biggest fan of Grant Morrison's run on Batman, but I'm glad they used something from his run. You know what I mean? Because it's very important. Not gonna lie, and it's critically acclaimed. I'm not a fool. I'm not the biggest fan of Morrison, but I'm also not a hater. Like, I know that dude has wrote a lot of books that are critically lauded. One of the most influential and important comic book writers of all time. So I'm glad they kind of pulled something from one of his runs, and I'm glad it was this. Rather than some of his weird stuff, like Batman R.I.P. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I thought this was a nice adaptation of that book, of that story. You know what I mean? Damian. He lives in Gotham City with Bruce for a while. Bruce realized he just can't tame him. He won't be able to control him. So he ends up making him the next Robin. You know what I mean? And Dick's in the movie too, which is actually pretty cool. And that's probably my biggest complaint with this movie, is that it ain't do enough with Dick. Dick was just kind of there for a second, and then not. You know what I mean? And then there for a second again, and then not. It was a problem. Like, you know what I mean? It was a real problem. Like, why have him in the movie if he's really not gonna do anything? Yeah, that bothered me a bit. I like the voice acting. I thought some of the choices were kind of eh. Yeah, I like Morena Baccarin as Talia al Ghul, because Talia to me is a sexy character, just sexy, and Morena Baccarin is just so fine. So I thought that was a nice little choice. Jason O'Mara I thought was good as Batman. I thought he was good in War as Batman. Yeah, I thought he was good as Bruce also. He was fine. He ain't Kevin Conroy. He ain't Bruce Greenwood. He ain't even the guy from Beware of the Batman. I really like that dude's voice. It's really starting to grow on me. And I'll probably make another video about that, because Cartoon Network, it's just so disrespectful what they've done to anything that I kind of like. Just that's a totally another video. But just moving on. The kid that plays Damian's great, and truth be told, it's probably the first time I ever genuinely enjoyed Damian, because he's a character I've always had like a kind of a love-hate relationship with. This was one of the times where I absolutely loved him. I thought he was the star of this movie, and he really shined. This was the point of the movie. The guy that did Deathstroke's voice, though, I'm not sure who he is right now. Somebody look it up. I'm not looking. I don't have a cast list in front of me at all, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling his performance. I wasn't feeling his voice. I thought it was an odd choice, man. Like, after seeing Ron Perlman in Teen Titans, which was so awesome and such a perfect voice for what they were doing with that character, and seeing Manu Bennett, I know it's live action, but seeing Manu Bennett play Slade in the Arrow TV show, and just to see how Slade is handled on that show. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, it bothered me. And he wasn't intimidating enough either. One thing about Slade is that he's intimidating, And this Slade wasn't. Like, you know, he just was kind of there. You know what I mean? He just was generic mustache twirling villain. You know, nothing really different about him. He wasn't cerebral. He didn't seem like, you know, that big of a threat, to be honest with you. I just thought he was kind of weak in this. That's just me. I like the banter between Batman and Damian. That was cool. Especially how they had the running gag about him wanting to drive the Batmobile. And then, you know, and then they did it at the beginning. They did it at the end. I thought that was funny. I like the banter between Damian and Dick. How Damian was like, he called Dick's suit effeminate, which was funny. Damian was a little wise ass in this. It came off well in this, though. It wasn't like, you know, overly forced like it has been in the books. You know what I mean? I ain't really got much else to say. Like, you know, this ain't gonna be a super long review. I enjoyed the movie. You know, I don't think it's great by no means. I don't think it's, you know, bad. I think it's pretty good. You know what I mean? It's a middle of the pack DC animated, you know, movie. You know what I mean? I think it's along the lines of, you know, Superman Unbound, and even though I really like that ending, but it's along the lines of like Superman Unbound and, you know, Public Enemies, like Batman, Superman, Public Enemies. You know what I mean? Like middle of the pack. You know, it is what it is. But you know, I'm probably gonna get it, but it's not a must see by any means. But I'll let y'all, man. I got an idea of what I want to do for my next video. It's actually going to be about comics. So, but we'll see if that happens or not. If not, it is what it is. I want to get more active on this channel, man, but I'm so lazy. I'm so lazy. But yeah, y'all take care, man. I'll holla. Peace.